Hello friends, welcome to SATI Learning. In today's lab, we will learn how to create a Java application and how to create a WAR file, the deployable component, and how to deploy that WAR file in AWS Web Service. So that is the lesson we are going to learn today. So now I have logged into my AWS. So this is a service. So in the service we are having a compute. So compute provide the hardware for us actually. So here we will go to Elastic Beanstalk for easy deployment. So this Elastic Beanstalk allows us to create a end-to-end web application in easy manner actually. So in AWS Elastic Beanstalk, it's easy to use service. We can deploy and we can scale up the web application such as Java, .NET, PHP, so other applications. So the pricing, we no need to pay any additional charges for using Elastic Beanstalk, but we need to pay for the storage, the S3 storage bucket, and for the EC2 instance which it created actually. So now we will see like how it works. You simply upload your code into Elastic Beanstalk. It automatically handles the deployment and capacity provisioning and load balancing and all other features it will manage, including the security. So like what is the benefit of using Elastic Beanstalk in AWS? So it's easy to get started, and we will have complete resource control, and it will be, we can fully manage the resources and automatic application health monitoring, and also it's a PaaS actually, it provides a platform as service. So the entire infrastructure is not created and managed and deployed by us. So just we need to click and upload our deployable component and start using the application. So let's learn this how to do this. So now I have created Eclipse. Installed Eclipse software in my desktop, and I have created a new enterprise dynamic web project. So this is the one, I call it as sample login. So here we have this is the index.jsp. So I have mentioned like this is the test JSP being served from AWS Elastic Beanstalk, and I have created login.jsp. It's a very simple one, like I have the username and password and submit button. So it's a post request. So when we submit the button, it goes to login check servlet actually. So this is the login check servlet. So this is very simple one, like I have hard coded the values. I am not using any database. I am getting the request.get parameter username and password. So if username equals Java and password equals 1234, so I am redirecting the page to member.jsp. So when the user ID and password doesn't match, so I will redirect to error.jsp. So this is the simple one I am having actually. So let's create the WAR file. Before that, like what we will do is like we will test this application in our local. So I'm run as server. So I'm running in Tomcat server. So now our application is up. So this is the test JSP being served from AWS Elastic Beanstalk. So I will open login.jsp. So here username I will provide Java and password 1234. So you can change it actually. Welcome, you are logged in. So now our application is ready for the deployment. So we will right click the application and export as a WAR file, and this is the web project name, sample login, and destination. So I am browsing the destination. So I will move this into test folder, and it's optimized for Tomcat 8.0 version. So we no need to export the source files. So we can check. So WAR file is ready. So what we will do is like we will get start with creating the application. So I will provide sample login AWS. So this is the additional tag we can provide for tracking the our application, and this is very important actually, like platform. So what kind of platform we are creating this application? So it's a .NET application on Unix or Windows Server, or it's a Docker, or like it's a pure Java or PHP or Python, Ruby, so or Tomcat. So we will create a Tomcat platform. And here we have lot of flavors in Tomcat. So there are some versions which are deprecated one. So we will try to use Tomcat 8.5 with Java running in 84-bit Amazon Linux. So it's a Linux environment actually. It's not Windows environment. It's a Linux environment. So it's always defaultly display the platform recommended. So here, like, do we need to create a sample application or upload your code? So we will upload our code. So where is the source origin? So is it in the S3 bucket, or it's in local file? So we have created in our local file. So we will upload the file. So test star.var. So sample login.var. Now our file is successfully uploaded. We can go to additional code tags. So here we can provide our application detail for tracking in the future, like it will be used for cost purpose also. So that's it actually. So we can create, but we will go to configure more option and see what are the additional features provided by the AWS. Okay, so now we are using single instance, so free tier eligible. Okay, so we are not using production ready environment actually. So we will as it's a tutorial, so I have only free tier version available, so we will use free tier. And here we have a platform, so Tomcat 8.5 with Java 8 running in 84-bit Amazon Linux environment. So we can change the platform. So here the software details. Here we have instant details. So as of now there is no security group created. So when we create the environment, security group will be created. This is the instant type actually. So it's using T2 micro. Now this is the small size and it's a single instance. It's on demand instance we are creating. And we don't have a load balancer, like so we don't have multiple servers to balance the load. So when we are hitting the peak volume actually. And this is the deployment detail, and this is the security detail. So like if you see here, like it will create the virtual machine, so we can it's creating the role, and it will create the key pair, and it will create the instant profile, so we can log into the Linux machine later. And the monitoring is enabled, event log is disabled, and notification we can provide our email for notification. So network, the environment is not part of a VPC, which is a private cloud. So like if you want, we can create a virtual private cloud, otherwise it will use the default one. So here we can go and configure the database details. So tag also not configured, so we can go to previous. So everything is set up. Now we will create the application. So 9:06 AM creating environment. It's starting the environment. So this is the log. Actually it will take few minutes, so we will wait for this, because from this log we will learn lot on like how the resources are created and used by AWS. So now you can see like security group is created. We can go to services and go to EC2 in new tab. And we go to security groups. See, now we can see here like sample login AWS ENV. The new security group ID is created. So this is the inbound rule. So it allows only the HTTP port 80. So we can't log in to this environment via PuTTY actually. So if we want to log in via PuTTY to change make some changes, so we need to add inbound rule for PuTTY actually. So next one. So S3 bucket. So it stored all the even like including the WAR file in S3 bucket. So we need to pay for this S3 storage cost actually. Now we will see like S3 bucket. So I am opening a new tab. So new S3 bucket is created. So it's using US West region. So you can see here, so the WAR file is uploaded here. So the file size is 4 KB. So it will use the subfolder for resources to store all the environment details. So which it's creating the environment, correct? So all the details will be stored in S3. So environment health check it's doing, and it's creating the Elastic IP. So now we'll go to EC2 and check the Elastic IP. So it will assign one Elastic IP. So you can access the server over the internet actually. So this is the Elastic IP, public IP address it's created. So you can see the name example login AWS environment. And also it will create one EC2 instance. So let's go and check EC2 instance is created or not. So instances, yeah, so this is the one like which I created earlier. Instantate running. So this is the instant it's created actually just now. So you can see the instant type TC-T2 micro, and the stealth check is passed. So it's in green, it's running. So we can see here like public IP address, Elastic IP, and security group, and also like it's created one role, uh, and it's using the default VCP and the default subnet. So here like we can go through all the details. Status check, system check is passed, and here we can enable monitoring. So we can check like CPU utilization, discretes, and tags. As we have not created any tags, so it's on display, and this is the tags created by the Elastic Beanstalk. So still it's going on, it will take few more minutes. So we'll go to EC2 dashboard and check. So the one running instance and one volume. So this is the Elastic block storage. So we have one Elastic block storage is assigned to this EC2 environment. So from here, like even like we can create a snapshot also and assign to and create from that, like we can create an image and we can create new EC2 instance. So the size is mentioned here. So still it's taking time. So I have paused the video for a few minutes. So now the environment is created successfully. So the health is okay. So it's running version is this, and we can upload the new change and deploy again. So this is the Tomcat version. So this is the URL actually. So we can copy this URL and open in new tab. So application name is mentioned here. So we can go to application. So this is the application. So now we'll open a new tab. Yeah, so success. So this is the test JSP being served from AWS Elastic Beanstalk. So now we will open login.jsp. I'm mentioning the name, username Java, and the password 12345. I give the wrong one. So unsuccessful login. So now I will provide the correct password. So welcome, you are logged in. So that's it actually from today's lesson, like how to create a Java application and how to deploy that in AWS Elastic Beanstalk. So this is a serverless computing actually. Okay, so here like we can see like what are the events recently created. It's a log file, so we can check and we can monitor the application CPU utilization, and like we can go and check the health check is okay. So lot of options are there actually for we will have fully control over the application, like even like it's deployed in one step. So we will have a overall control on the application and the environment. So thanks for watching the video, and if you have any queries, and please post me in the YouTube channel, so I will reply you. Thanks a lot.